Hi, Libra. The merry month of May 2021. I hope you're feeling merry. I like spring a lot. Here we go. What we have here is we have a spiritual biosphere. This whole reading is one entity. It's a dynamic of life, growth, life, birth, and death. You know, the whole cycle. It lives, it moves, it breathes. And what we have is a major giant triangle and some 3 sub-triangles. And we can look at this as an armada, so to speak, a forward-moving armada of energy. And at each, with the mothership, which is the big triangle, she's at the prow. Now, this is the archetypal energies, the blended energies, blended meaning it radiates umbrella down on yin, which is here, and yang, which is here. So this is the overall energy, divinely inspired, only drawn from the major arcana so that the divine stays solid and in its place as it influences everything we do, Libra, in the month of May. And so, at the head, at the prow of the whole operation is the High Priestess. And just look at these cards, High Priestess, the Magician, and the Empress. It's like, well, I'm happy to say that the readings that I'm doing today, they're coming out with a lot of love. There's a lot of love and relationship type of love that's embodied in the readings today. For some reason, I like it. I mean, so let's talk about the High Priestess for just a brief second. And I'll just say that the High Priestess is my essence card for my particular numerology birthday. The High Priestess is my essence card. And so as I have gone along and contemplated her role in my path, what I see happening is she's a 24/7 emitter, radiator of energy. Her message, her teaching, her instruction into the mysteries is continuous. Now, what differs is whether we hook up with it or not. Okay? So just be aware that for May, Libra, there's at the head of the point of our sailing craft, our ship that cleaves the sea, that goes forward, that is the one that splits the waters ahead so that the vessel may travel through. High Priestess could do a lot worse, right? Magician, adopt the magician. Make the magician your adopted child. And all I'm saying is that you want to walk up in the way the cards are reading. You want to walk up to the magician, put your arm around his shoulders and say, come on, travel with me for a while because I know you're going to be there anyway. And I want to let you know, I know you're there. So why would you do that? Because if you make the magician your friend, you can call upon said friend at the appropriate time. Why would you want to have magic by your side? Because there's first of all, the big reminder, as she's going to be teaching too, is as above, so below, that the magician is the one who actually plants the seed of that whole understanding for our lives on this planet from the beginning. Number 1 card, right? And here's number 2. And then, lo and behold, what came out, and you can't make this up, was number 3 as your solution. So basically, Libra, both yin and yang, follow the follow the bouncing ball, right? Follow the sequence. Although 2 and 1 have changed places, giving a little bit more impetus to the high priestess over the magician, still you can follow 1, 2, 3. And the progression is an evolution. That's the whole point of anything that goes on in our details down here. The whole point is the evolution. If you go through something and you didn't get anything out of it, why did you go through it? It's a good question to ask and to know the answer for yourself. No, you don't have to tell anyone else, and no one else has really the right to demand that of you. But knowing it yourself is golden. Excellent. All the Libra alchemists out there are going to be converting lead into gold. She is beautiful. And what a great card for the month of May. The springing forth of all living things, which, she's the ultimate creator. I see her as someone who has a swirling cloud of energy that's full of fertility for growth of all living things. Anything that lives, even our thoughts, our hearts, our desires, anything that lives, it lives with her, the mistress of all that realm. Yin, why don't we go to you for a minute? You're starting out at the prow of your smaller craft with the 3 of Wands. Then you're moving to the 8 of Cups, which is going to be your active part of this equation. Then you're moving to the King of Cups. So with the foundation here of the 8 of Cups and the King of Cups, what is it supporting? It's supporting a 3 of Wands world. And if you gander at this picture for a minute, you can see that the woman who is standing on the edge of that cliff is going to take her next step, just like the Fool kind of shows on the Rider-Waite, into the void, into the unknown, into the world where faith is what makes you walk forward. Faith in the fact that the bridge here will extend under her feet as she walks. And that is creativity in its concentrated form. So she's going to make her choice of what inspires her, what is walking forward, Yin, and then walk forward. So she's going to make a gateway out of the 2 wands and take the 3rd one, which is her chosen wand, and walk forward. Yahoo, right? And setting the tone like that, just like that. When you get to the 8 of Cups and the King of Cups, which are kind of working in synchronicity here, you're a bright bulb in the world of love, right? Because you're inspired. You're on fire, so to speak, with the idea of what faith means. So as you encounter and walk through the world of the 8 of Cups and consider the fact that you're getting there, you're getting to the point of completion at the 8, right? You got 8, which equals advancement. You're advanced already. You're way above 5, which is the halfway point. You're at 8. And so, with that confidence of taking that blind leap into the darkness, if you will, and being faithful to yourself and to the process itself, you know that you can do this. You know you can walk into that higher territory that advanced level of the Eight of Cups implies. And who's to say, is this your king of water, a water sign? Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, that is waiting for you after all that confidence and all that walking forward and all that inner strength? Is it the King of Cups waiting? That is what you'll find out. It's no matter what, whether it is, and you're an embodiment of something that's high enough to be the king yourself, or whether this is your king. Making these moves that get you to that point of whatever unfolds is a worthy endeavor. Young, you're starting out with a worthy endeavor for sure. Something new. Look at the size of that pentacle and imagine a seed pod, because that's really what it is. It's a seed pod that's just ready to burst open, as if it were what was inside were the feathery components of the dandelion when they blow, the white fluff out over the fields and plant new dandelions all across the field. That's the level of explosion that waits within. And that's at the prow of your ship. So just to begin with, jumping on board with that idea is enough to walk you forward. It's enough to almost have a gentle nudge from the universe that says, go get out there, and enjoy this moment of being able to walk into a new state. And here's your guide, the hermit. So the hermit in the old days sense, who may have been known for being a recluse and being out living in a cave, so to speak, they were known as that, but they were also known as wise men that could teach. And if you went, let's say you went on purpose to visit the hermit, you didn't just run into him. Well, you went for a reason. And what a guide. What a guide as you explode, right? I mean, if you want to explode young, why not let it go with the entirety of its explosive power? Do you get what I mean? Where you're letting, it's almost like the blast that you put a certain amount of explosive in, and it has a potential based upon what the explosive capability is. And when it blows up. Why would you want to contain that explosion? Well, not in this case, you don't. And if you can let it go, that may make you feel a little bit like your head is spinning, because that sense of freedom when it explodes outward. And yet, what if you look ahead at that point and you look towards the lantern that the hermit is holding up for you? I mean, you're on your way to see him anyway. And so follow that lighted path that will be illuminated by his lantern, and go see him, right? What awaits you? Because he's definitely walking that way. He's walking backwards towards this side of the card. And over here is the Four of Wands. Well, is that the combination with your Libra yin? Is it your stability in that feeling of inspired consciousness, inspired creativity? Could be either or, but whatever it is, there is stability. So, the earmark on that, if you search your feelings, the earmark on knowing that whatever it's here, is how you feel. Do you feel comfortable sitting back in your own sense, your own awareness, your own skin with this or that? It's where there is that feeling of stability is your guiding principle, right? And with that, I am going to leave you to your bliss. Yang, heading out, following the hermit, getting to stability. Yin, faith, walking forward with your choice of wands into the world where you understand the higher level of love and waiting with anticipation, great anticipation for him, perhaps your twin flame, your divine sacred masculine. Hope so. Thanks for being here. See you next month. Until then, be well. Love you all. Bye for now.